Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. If you don't already know who it is, it's the one and only, the true Alex J. Today I'm going to be talking about the top online secret money-making methods that they don't want you to know. Now I'm going to give you a top 5. Now what's really important to note is that there's 3 types of industries online. There's white hat, grey hat and black hat. Now first I want to explain what they are because I'm only going to be talking about white/grey hat. White hat is purely legal, grey hat is kind of in the middle, kind of legal, kind of not, it's a bit of a weird area, and then black hat is purely illegal. Now what I've done is I've completely ignored black hat. I'll probably do that in a different video, but what I'm talking about today is white/grey hat. It's a bit of a mix. Just so that you know, I do not condone any of these, but I just want to tell you the top secret online money making methods. Number 1. Dating sites and dating applications. Now the reason that this is such a grey area is because of the way that these businesses are operated. Now normally if it was just a normal online dating website, there's nothing really sketchy happening, but there's a lot of sketchy websites that have popped up over the last few years, and what they'll do is they auto-populate. So there's a person that's online, I won't say his name, but he's very well known in the industry of making money online. He started off with a dating website. Now what it does, you sign up to the website and what it will do is it will auto-populate, which means users will be generated by software. They're not real people, but it will get pictures and put them on and pretend that they're in your local area, and they'll send you fake messages. It means that you're more likely to stay onto their website, and then you're going to pay a membership fee to try and talk to these people or these beautiful girls or these beautiful guys, but they're not real. It's all done by software. So it was really popular quite a few years ago. It's still kind of popular, but it's a lot more competitive now. But again, this is a method that a lot of marketers were using to make a lot of money. Now there's some websites that are completely legit and they don't do this, but nowadays there's a lot of scammy websites and applications that will do this. They'll pretend that there's people in your local area, and you've probably seen those adverts as well. But once you actually sign up to the website, once your membership expires, what you'll do is they'll send you an email saying, hey, you got a message from this beautiful person, but you've got to pay in order to get access to those messages. And those messages were generated by a bot, and it just says like, hi, how are you, beautiful, or something along those lines, or maybe it's a bit more in depth. But the aim of the game for them is just to get as many people as they can to keep paying their membership fees, but not realizing that a lot of them are fake, and it just preys on people's false hopes. Number 2. Now again, this is something that I do not condone, but it's something that has been going online for a long time. A lot of money is made in porn. Now, porn's obviously a very popular industry on the internet, but there's a lot of people that are able to make a lot of money, not by being inside of the movies, but by actually just distributing them. Now again, I know there's a lot of moral things about porn, a lot of girls get hurt and so on and so forth, and again, I don't condone it, but it is a secret method that a lot of people are making, and they're making a lot of money. I'm not talking a few hundred, I'm talking millions of dollars they're making every single year by doing this. Now, there's different ways that they're doing it. Some of them own just porn websites and they get paid on the amount of traffic that they're going through. Now, Google will not allow advertisements on those kinds of websites, so they have to go to these different types of ad networks to get adverts on there, which are usually either scams or other porn websites or gambling websites, because those are the only kinds of people that would want to advertise on a porn website. But again, they're making a lot of money, so they can either own the website, and the more traffic they get, the more money they make. Another way is they can also download them, and some porn websites they'll pay you on the amount of views that your video gets. So what they do is they steal them from one porn website and they upload it to another one with a different title, or they'll steal loads, like hundreds, using software, or thousands, and then they just redistribute loads. And if you've got 100 videos uploaded in a day, even if they're only getting 100 views each, you're going to make a lot of money. And again, that's why some of them are making millions of dollars. Number 3, job listing sites. Now again, there's a lot of legitimate job listing sites, but there's also some really weird grey hat ones. Basically, they're job listing websites that have loads of different adverts on there for different jobs in your local area. Usually what they'll do is they'll allow you to advertise on them for free, but then when you start getting candidates in, you then have to pay to review the CVs. Now obviously that's not very good, because you don't know the quality of the candidates, you don't know if the candidates are real. Some websites have been known to give fake CVs over to companies in order to get them to pay to receive the CVs. So again, it's a bit of a weird area, but there is a legitimate way of doing it, which is just set up a real job website, allow people to post for free, and later on down the line you can start charging. If you've got enough people going through your website, you can just put Google advertisements on the right hand side or the left hand side, and you'll make money just from the amount of traffic that you're getting. But again, it's a bit of a weird area, but that's another secret method that people have been using to make a lot of money, and that's why you probably noticed that there's a lot of job websites that have magically appeared over the years. Number 4, gaming. Now obviously it's an extremely popular niche. A lot of people love to play games, but not everyone has the time to play these games full time. Now some games are big games, World of Warcraft or RuneScape or any other games. There's a lot more now than when I was playing games. But what happens is, there's a lot of companies that are now based out in Asia, specifically China, but what they'll do is they'll have a character inside the game and they make lots of gold. So they kill lots of characters, they get these fake currencies, so they get lots of gold. And someone who isn't able to get a lot of money inside the game but they need it, obviously it would take hours and hours and hours for them to actually get it themselves. So they'll buy it on the black market and then they'll buy the gold from someone else out of Asia, like one of the companies, and they would sell the gold to them so that they're able to have the gold inside the game and they're able to then upgrade their armor or get more magical powers or whatever. Now the thing is, some companies this is absolutely illegal, you're not allowed to do it, and some companies they're a bit more lenient, they kind of let it fly, they know it's happening but they just back away and let it happen as it is. Now again, it's a bit of a weird area, you have to do your research, but again, sometimes it's grey, sometimes it's white. It really does depend on the company, it depends on your country as well. It takes a long time. And there's also people that will grow accounts inside of the game and they'll rank a character up really high. Let's say World of Warcraft, because that's the perfect example for this. They would get a character, they'd take it to the maximum level, then they would sell it to someone who doesn't have the time. Because to level a character to the top level of World of Warcraft takes skill and time. It takes a very long time. It could take, I'm not exact, don't quote me on this, but I know it can take months, even years, to get your character to that level, depending on how many hours you're able to put in. If you want to play at the top levels, play with your friends if they're a higher level, because you can't play with them, if they're a high level and you're a low level. So you can just buy an account. And again, a lot of people are making a lot of money doing this. I don't know what the rates are like now. I know years ago it was quite high. I know it dipped quite a wee bit. But again, this is another money making method that they don't really want you to know. Number 5. Now this has been all over the place in the recent few years, especially during the presidential election. There was a lot of this going on. Now this is fake news websites. Now these news websites, they make so much money because they get paid on traffic. So let's say they get 1,000 people to their website, they can get paid $1. If they're getting hundreds of thousands or millions of people, obviously they're making good money. They could be making $10,000 a day. I know some people that have been doing that. Now again, this isn't something that I condone, but it does work. Now there's 2 different ways of doing it. There's one where you set up a legitimate news website and you really do give real news and you really do your research. You can pay other people to write articles for you. You can allow people to do submissions and give their own articles over. And again, that's a good way of generating income and it's a good way of growing a website. The other way, which again is a bit of a grey area, it's not technically illegal, but it can be if it's classed as slander. What they would do is they would have a lot of fake news. So they could say, Donald Trump has said X, Y, Z, or Hillary Clinton has said X, Y, Z, and it works really well because it spreads around social media for the people that want to believe that information, and obviously they're making absolute bank. And you'll see that they get spammed all over Facebook, all over Instagram, all over Pinterest, all over Tumblr, all over Google, all over these different blog websites, all over YouTube. It's spread everywhere. Now obviously they're trying to crack down on it the best that they can. It's really difficult for companies to stop it because there are some legitimate ones and then there's some not so legitimate ones. So it gets a bit of a confusing line of where to draw because you can't tell people, you're not allowed to give out the news. At the same time, it's very difficult to stop the people producing fake news. So again, it's another secret method that people have been using to make a lot of money online. Now all of these methods that I have mentioned, people have been making millions and millions of dollars using them. Now again, I do not encourage any of these methods, but they are methods that are being used right now as we speak, and people have made a lot of money using them. I really hope that you enjoyed this information. If you want to start a legitimate business, then make sure that you watch some of my other videos. You can also look in the description box as well, and there's a link for a free marketing consultation. Please make sure to also like, share and comment on this video if there's anyone that you think would love to know these secret money making methods online. I look forward to speaking to you guys again soon, but in the meantime, peace.